Moving on to the next topic, which is right angle triangles, ratios. We remember this by using a very funny, when I explained it was really funny to say it, which is Sokatua, or like I said during the class, okay, صح كح توا, صح كح توا. Alright, guys? It's really amazing mnemonic there. So, this is a ratio, that is a ratio, and that is also a ratio. So, what does صح stands for, guys? It is the sine of theta, which is basically any angle given in a right angle triangle, guys. We are dealing with right angle triangles only here. Equals to what? Equals the O, which is standing for the opposite of what, guys? Over the hypotenuse. It's really, really important to mention that. So basically, if this was my right angle triangle, this part is called the opposite. No, mister, this part is called the hypotenuse because it's facing what? It is facing it's opposite to the right angle, so we call it hypotenuse. And this is my theta here, guys. Okay, bismillah. This is my theta, guys. All right. And whatever facing theta, we call it opposite. Okay, it's really important to know that. And what's beside theta, the left side here, which is we call adjacent, which we're gonna get in seconds. Okay, remember that. So let's go to the next ratio, which is kah here in the middle, which stands for cosine. All these signs you can find them on your calculator. Cosine theta, which is the angle given in the question, which equals the adjacent, okay, divided by the hypotenuse. Finally, tawa, which is tangent what? Tangent theta equals what? Equals the opposite over what? Bismillah. Over the adjacent. I remembered all of these ratios easily because of this mnemonic. Suh, kah, tawa. It's really, really easy and it's really fun to remember. So all these are the three ratios that you gotta understand and comprehend really, really good. And let's go to solve some questions with this. So, as you can see here, we have the first triangle. They are asking us to find this, which is called very good. It's hypotenuse because it's facing the right angle triangle. So we need to find the hypotenuse. We have the opposite opposing the theta. We also have the theta. So when we are dealing with the hypotenuse and having the opposite, and we have the theta, so which rule that has hypotenuse and it has opposite on it? We have صح, the first one, right? Which is basically opposite over the hypotenuse. So let's solve it here, guys. Let's solve it here together. It is صح, right? So it's sine 30. Okay, you're gonna do this on your calculator. Equals to what? Equals to the opposite, which is given here to us as 14, over the hypotenuse, which is what we want, which is x, what we are trying to find. And after you do this, okay, you're gonna do something called cross multiplication, which is when you do that, when you do the cross multiplication, x, we have here, that's the denominator is 1. So x times sine 30, we're gonna write it down, x times the width, sine 30, okay, equals 14 times 1 is just 14 here. I want the x to be on one side because this is what I want to find. I want to make it as subject. And since there's multiplication between the x and the sine 30, I'm going to divide both sides by sine 30. So divide both sides by sine 30. You plot this on the calculator and you get the value, which is going to be 14 divided by sine 30 on your calculator, guys. It is going to be 28. So the value of x, it is going to be 28 centimeter, which is, I wrote it as 28 centimeter because it's a hypotenuse, and a hypotenuse has to be within centimeters, right? At the end, If this 14 is this one here, this is like 28, okay? And yeah, that's it. By the way, just a fact, sine 30 is always equal to half, so without even using a calculator, it's always equal to half. And when you divide 14 by half, okay, which is like given here, you change it to multiplication and you have the reciprocal of the fraction as 2. So 14 times with 2 is going to be 28. This is how I worked it out. But you can do it on your calculator with no pressure at all. So let's make this smaller and put it away.